there's some crazy chemistry in your situation. So I've been meditating on the cards and thinking and reflecting and kind of feeling the ether, I guess, if you will. And there is some major chemistry. There is something like a very vivacious, like I can almost see like the bubbles that you feel like when you're going to meet your person. So like I can almost feel in my body like the excitement that you feel when you're going to see your person, and it's absolutely wonderful. It's such a beautiful energy. And so like I'm curious, like why do we actually need to talk about this? Like what's the real problem here? So you've got a large chemistry with somebody, and why are we talking about it? Like what is happening? I want to know a little bit more. So there is some sort of a very sparkly situation, and I was trying to think whether this would be a romantic or non-romantic view, or non-romantic situation, but it's absolutely romantic situation. Like the chemistry card is very clear that it is absolutely romantic connection. So bring love into the situation. Oh man, like I feel like with this sort of chemistry, like there's this like sort of explosive feeling, like that's sort of like something is going to like explode or implode, if you will. Like there is this so much chemistry and so much attraction where you feel like you're not standing on actual footing, like like where you feel like you're almost like standing on a quicksand and it's just like going to swallow you whole. And that's kind of what it reminds me of, like this sort of energy. But let's carry on. Also, I have been looking into more cards for the romantic cards, and I see here heart to heart conversations, and I think that that's a very good message as well, that there is this attraction, there's so much attraction, but there has not been yet a proper like what do we want from future sort of talk. So yeah, I feel like it would be very good idea for you to have this sort of conversation. But let's have a look more about the situation itself. I just wanted to like have a look with the new moon in Aquarius. So basically Aquarius is such a like a free spirited, like for me Aquarius is revolutionary. Like they just bring like the air, or like the fresh air, like that's what they bring for me with Aquarius, and like their energy and just like being all about new stuff, like rebirth and like doing new stuff. And yeah, then they're very detached. Like that's another thing about Aquarius is for me that they are able to be like, like kind of very freedom loving. Like I don't think that they are necessarily that detached. I have met a lot of Aquariuses in my life, and they were all very passionate, but also like able to step away, I guess. So yes, and I wanted to look at like the direct messages from this card, and I think that I like these two like things and items that you should do, where I feel like I should call out, and that's bring more pragmatism into the situation and also improve your karma by doing some charitable work. So I think that that's very good. Like being more pragmatic about a very explosive situation is always a good idea. Like kind of like taking a step back and thinking like, oh, what's gonna happen? Like if this does implode, like is it going to change anything in my life? Or like, yeah, maybe you will miss them, but also it's not the end of the world per se, and that's a good thing. I think that that's a very, very good thing. But let's have a look more about like this chemistry, like about this person. Ooh, okay, who is this person? Oh my god. Yeah, like could this person actually be an Aquarius? Like that's a question, because okay, so this went out as reversed and then again reversed. So like you see this, it just ties down with the heart-to-heart conversations, like this situation. So we've got 4 cards about this person. So this person, you think that they could be really your be-all and end-all. Like absolutely, I can see that, like like just dancing around by rainbow and just like being all happy and wonderful and having great time. And like I think you could have like a really beautiful home together. I don't know whether you actually maybe already own home with them, but there's like something about the home that I'm picking up on. Like you could have a really, really stunning home. But there is a need. So there's like definitely I can feel the potential, and you can feel the potential so much. But there's also either this person is actually quite Aquarius. I don't know whether Temperance is an Aquarian card or not. I can't remember. But for me, it's like more of a not necessarily detached card, but somebody who is taking a stepping away from situation. And it's either them or actually you might need to take that step away, where you recognize that there are some things, like despite having this sort of potential, there are some things which are perhaps not necessarily dishonest, but where they are not selling exactly the truth, when they are maybe not even knowing the truth. It doesn't have to be necessarily that they are bad, but they might not really be able to discern the truth. Or maybe you are actually like you need that and you need to discern the truth there. So, and there is some sort of conflict. Like to me this feels this Five of Wands reversed, like it makes me feel like some sort of like a undercurrent of a conflict that has not been brought up into its like a proper upright position. So like it feels like very much that there is something like some sort of undercurrent issue that with potentially a dishonesty that is weighing on you very heavily, and that's kind of where this potential is kind of not necessarily being decreased by that. Whoa, shoot, no, don't fall. I tried to make like a really nice environment for these videos, because like this is my workstation. I work from home and I work from here, but I wanted to have like a nice little environment, and yeah, it's falling on me. But it's okay, it's all right, like we can carry on. So back to this, the undercurrent. What's this undercurrent about? Like, what is it? Oh, okay, one more. Ooh, there's some sort of choice. Ooh. Okay, so the undercurrent of the situation, like the conflict that is not being said. For me, like what I see here, so we've got this figure of like a beautiful figure full of love and joy and just like very nurturing, beautiful person, having her or his cup completely and utterly full, because it's queen, so I will talk about the card like her, but it can be him, of course. But there's just like this stunning, beautiful person, like full of love. It's very guarded. Like that person is extremely guarded and is like guarding their beautiful hearts, and they have the choice. For this, like lovers, it's either a beautiful connection, but also a choice. It's a Gemini card. So like it kind of like allows you to go like, I can go this way or that way. So I think what's not being said here in this situation is somebody is not sure whether to take the path with you or whether to move on and go to another path. And you see, there is a big potential, but ultimately it is just the potential. The reality needs to follow the potential, right? So like what I feel here is that somebody is so guarded, and because they know, so they're like they are very loving, and I feel like this is about them rather than you, although you can also like flip it and it can be also very much about you. But I think that this is more about them. And to me, how it feels is that this person has this like sort of like an undercurrent of like a beautiful, really, really loving person, and you can feel it. You can feel it in your bones. You can feel that they can be so very loving, but they're just not letting themselves. Like they are just not letting themselves. Like I do not know why they are not letting themselves, and they have this feeling of like a choice, like that they can go this way or that way or maybe another way as well. So yeah, what is it? What is the choice that they feel? What is the choice that they feel? Like what are they? I can't believe like Queen of Cups again. Like that is so funny. I love tarot. Like tarot is so cool. Like this person just doesn't know where their happiness lies. Like it's literally whether they just need to make the commitment. So we feel very confused about the future. So like I think like for them the future is extremely unclear. They do not know what they want out of future. They know that they want to be happy. They're very nice character. I don't think that there's like some sort of like a cheating or third party situation. Like maybe a potential of a third party, but not really a third party. I feel like that they just do not know fully where they want to be, and it can be also like about physical travel. It can be, whether they want to be in the city where they are, and they feel like maybe if they commit to you, they have to stay at that place, or maybe if they want to, I don't know, move to Patagonia, and like if they want to, so like they struggle with making that commitment. So it could be with the travel, but also, except of the travel, what I feel like from these cards is that um I wonder if they don't, if they are not, if your guys might not be aligned on children. Like I'm just seeing this child, and I do not know whether one of you is unsure about kids, or like there is something related to children where I feel like it could be for somebody here that children really, or child, or something about that that's stopping them from like jumping into this commitment, because they know, like, once they make the commitment, it is done, and there's no way back, like that. I think that they are that type of people that, like, once they make their commitment, they made it, and that's it. And it will take a lot of issues for them to go back on that commitment. So they know, like, they are not making that commitment very lightly. Is there anything else, that we need to know about this situation, about this Queen of Cups? Is there anything else? And I think they didn't tell you, because like they feel like there's multiple things that would make them happy, and like they do not know which one would be the ultimately for their best. Or maybe they do know, but they are not even letting themselves know, like when you know deep down something, but consciously you are not really acknowledging it, and they are in the process of trying to acknowledge. And I think they are more ignoring it than acknowledging. Yeah, they are in the beginning of that process of acknowledging, like, what is their truth, like, like what is it that it's going to make them like ultimately very happy. With the Page of Swords, like they are definitely thinking about it, but they are being page, like they are being like this sort of like the beginning of the road, rather than like already decided and sure. And I think that that's perhaps like either they are younger than you, or I feel like it's not necessarily younger, but maybe less mature. I don't think that age would be that decisive thing. I think it's like more about being mature. Is there anything else? Like, what? I'm just curious. Like, is there? I feel like there's something else that we need to know. There's something else. Okay, 2 cards. The Artist, and then we have reversal of Six of Pentacles. I think that they are not happy they are not happy with their work, their living situation, perhaps that house that I mentioned in the beginning, like the financial stuff, or the reality, the material stuff in their world. They are just about to create what they want out of life, and that's a big thing. That's a very, very big thing. And it's a process that cannot be, I don't think, rushed, like it's a way where you just have to take that on board. But to me, it feels like they're just really, really dissatisfied about, or maybe what they already created, and they are not happy about it. So they want to go back to the drawing board and just like literally start from the get-go. So that's what I feel like. They just want to literally start from the get-go, and they struggle with making this commitment because they do not know where is their starting point yet. So maybe they have been invested in a career of a sales person and realize that actually they despise sales. Maybe that's the one. Or maybe, and that they would like to do more artsy stuff, or they would like to be a woodworker, like I feel like with the tree that I'm seeing here. So it could be somebody who would be very keen on like either working in botanical gardens, that can be one thing, or just literally woodworking. So it is, or like a doctor for trees or something. I know that sounds really, really very specific and very wacky, but it's possible. But I feel like this person, they are very unhappy at their work. Like their material, like their 3D is just not good. Like they are not happy with it, and they want to change it. And they feel like if they're staying with you, they choose the commitment with you, they have to stay, or they would have tough times to get into this artist mode. So I think like their soul is just calling to become an artist, and they are so into that. They are afraid that they will not be able to give you everything you need. Although, like this heart to heart conversation could actually solve that. Like one heart to heart conversation or two or three could actually solve that, because maybe you would be willing to support them there, or like there would be actually like a really beautiful cooperation. So yeah, like literally, you guys have to talk. Like, there is just such a need to be open, and just like do not try to cover the truth, do not try to sugarcoat it. They will accept you and you will accept them. Like, it's fine. It's really, really fine. But that conflict that that person is feeling, and also you are feeling, because like that undecisiveness, like you can feel, it needs to be brought up to light. So, ooh, ooh. So I try to ask like what would happen. So the most likely outcome, past life relationship. Oh, very, very beautiful, very, very, very beautiful. So it might be that, I feel like actually like this will be very specific, but it could be actually for somebody's ex. So like in a sense that you might have dated as like a high school sweetheart, broken up, came back together, and like all of this situation is now happening. So what's the most likely outcome? Ooh, okay, fine one. Romantic feelings. Like, you guys, like, the. I think that you have such a, like, a beautiful energy. And, there's a lot of romantic stuff. Like, it's just so good. Like, the energy I can feel, like all of this. I feel as though actually it's going to be such a major breaking point for you guys when you have that sort of heart to heart conversation, because you will be able to move past it. And in fact, man, like, you never know, like you might even like create a venture together, like there would be like this sort of path of like creating something new together. Okay, that's beautiful. Okay, one final confirmation on the what's the next. Yeah, man, like you see, like all of that out of whack balance energy is going to be solved. And oh, I love this. They are thinking of you, and like they are really, really into you. So it's just this, like the material, the 3D that they do not like, but they do like you. And like look at that, like they are just like so loving. And like also, all of these issues, they are very stable as well. Like it's such a beautiful energy. Oh my god, like I am low-key jealous here, because like there's such a wonderful energy. I mean, they are really, 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 really into you. I mean, if you need any sort of confirmation of their feelings, they are there. They are so into you. You just have to talk. Like you literally have to talk. So okay, so what would this beautiful body could do to make this conversation a little easier? Like what shall you do to make sure that that energy is flowing as it should, and so that things are flowing nicely, and that like things are being like they're going through the natural order, if you will. Because sometimes when we are pushing too much, we actually make sure that the thing gets ruined. Like when you put there too much of resistance, it's not gonna work out. So I think that it's just extremely crucial for you to just kind of, I guess, chill. But let me have a look here for this card and exactly what you need to do, where you should put your focus. So all of this connection is just carries on blooming and blooming. But man, like I can see, my eyes are just like being like dragged to this chemistry card, and like I just like feel it almost, and like my knees are getting a little weaker out of this. Like I can just kind of feel it, and it's just good for you, absolutely good for you. I'm so proud of you that you found somebody like this. It's incredible, and I'm so proud of them that they found you. Like life is so weird, and like sometimes you just find a wonderful person, and just good on you. Okay, so now this one is Okay, so the keywords for this card is equilibrium, convergence, and unity. So spring showers wash over you, revealing a decision awaiting its flowers. That's a really cool message. So, um, on the spring equinox, also known as Ostara, there are equal daylight and night nights, representing equilibrium and the convergence of two energies. You may be trying to balance two separate factors or parts of your life. You have done your best managing things enough to keep the wheel turning, but now it's time to consider how long you can keep doing this. And you know what? This is exactly what I was thinking, like with this energy of this person, like being out just out of balance and not happy with the path or like what they're doing, like just completely and utterly out of balance. So this might be also about you in a way, but I feel like it's almost like this energy is almost like moving towards them. And yeah, anyway, let's carry on with the message of the card, and we'll pull more cards so we can make better sense out of this. Buh, buh, buh. Yes, so spring cannot exist while winter still has its old hold on the earth. That's beautiful. That's really, really beautiful. You too will need to decide which path is better suited for the season you're shifting towards. And I think that that kind of stands for understanding that, it might be a romantic cycle in terms of like, this beauty, but also like hardworking cycle where, for instance, like they need to work on whatever they need to work on, and maybe your relationship goes on a back burner and you work on your dreams, and like you just meet up instead of 3 or 4 times a week, you just meet up once or twice a week because that connection is strong, like that connection is freakishly strong, like it's going to sustain it's absolutely possible to sustain it like that. So yes, there will be always another winter or spring waiting for you in no time at all, and there is no reason why you can't walk two paths, just not at the same time. You may need to let go of one goal temporarily to give another its time to shine. However, know that you can revisit it at a later date. You may need to prioritize family, especially if you also have pulled another card, or over your work life for a time. So maybe you just need to prioritize supporting their dreams. I don't know like what would be the right thing in your situation, of course, like you would know best, but just understanding that even if you have to make some sort of sacrifices, it's just a short part of your life, it's not forever, which is beautiful. So what sort of sacrifice are you making? God, I'm just curious, I'm nosy AF, like it's horrible. So sacrifice, like there is like like the choice is there, but it's like like it's almost like, to me it's like moving, like you gotta move or something, and it's like it's coming up whether you want it or not. It's just coming up, like this is inevitable now. It's like it's completely inevitable, and the choice is really going towards victory, and like I don't know, like whatever choice you do, like you're going to end up fine. Like that's what I'm seeing. Like that's literally what I'm seeing. I'm so excited because sometimes I can pull like dark cards and like see dark stuff. Shoot, this is terrible. Ike, stay there, Mister Cat. But yes, it's I see like really really good stuff, and like what I can see is either you can, well, no matter the path you're taking, you're going to you're going towards good stuff. Like good winning. So yeah, any other message, any other message? Ooh, take charge with the authority. Maybe that's too many messages. I feel like that's too many messages. I don't like when I get so many messages because it's hard to I like that there are two slightly conflicting messages. So we've got take charge with authority, and then also let go of the need to be right. So I think for you, what is very, very crucial is to open up, talk, but also listen. Like you have some sort of like, I don't know, this sort of strong feeling like, yeah, we could be so happy together, you just need to give it more energy or whatever. And I feel like that's where what you need to do instead is open up, like talk it through. Don't let it fester too much. Like there needs to be the Heart to heart conversation absolutely needs to be heart to heart conversation, but you don't need to be like, all you need to do is just accept what they are telling you. Like, do not try to persuade them, like, oh no, like things could be so good if you were this or that. Like, don't try to persuade them. Just let them come, like, let them tell you their truth, you know and take a step back and think it through, feel it through, not just think it through, but also like feel it through, and then see how you feel. I think that that's the best thing you can do. So when you have this heart to heart conversation, you should have it. You should have it soon. And then that's kind of like the Lord card. So like you push for that conversation. But once there is, listen. Like, you literally have to listen and take a step back and let them explain, even if they don't have yet like fully formed plan, even if they don't have yet proper answers for you. Just let them listen and take it in stride. Like, what else? It's a little unfair on you. Like, I can also understand that it might be a little bit unfair on you, but this is where I can feel that this person needs from you. Like, this is literally what they need for you. And you can make a decision, because you see, like, you also have the choice. And whether you move forward with this connection or not, you are going to be fine. Like, it doesn't really matter, because no matter what you choose, you will be fine. Love will be there, chemistry will be there. You will be absolutely fine, So that's the key to remember. Okay. Now, another thing that I would advise, so from this cards, and I think that we'll take one more card, but besides that, I think we're kind of done here. But for you, what would make you feel good and like help you understand like what you want also, and whether this is acceptable situation or not for you, is and I like to look up these cards properly, like their meanings as well. So yeah, the broom card reminds you to clear away any outdated and stale energy in your life that is leaving you feeling stuck. It is time to brush away musty emotions and patterns. On practical level, a broom clears away physical crumbs, dirt, dust, and allows you to tidy space so energy flows more smoothly. Without any debris in your way, your mind and magic will function more efficiently. With intention, use the broom to stir up stale energy, sweep away negative or unsupportive energy, and create a space that is ready for your individual needs. You can do this physically with an actual broom and a quick cleansing of your magical space, or mentally by envisioning what doesn't serve you being swept away. That is such a beautiful card. You know what? Like, that is such a beautiful energy. Just either for you to kind of feel better, I mean, you can take it just completely literally and just like do a big spring clean of your house, or it's like listening to their point, like what they are going to tell you and what they feel and what they need. And if that's not good for you, broom it away. Like, you can also say no. You are very free to say no, and you don't have to stay stuck in a situation that's not going to be serving you. I mean, like, this person, like, they're serious, they're beautiful about you, but ultimately, even with the best intentions, the 3D will follow towards like your dreams and manifestations. Yes, it will, but also, you don't have to stay in a situation that you just don't like, so that's really important to remember. Okay, one more card, one final card. Oh, well, okay, I like this one. It's a beautiful message. I love this message. I'm so happy that we got this message as like, they're actually at the bottom of the deck. We've got prosperity lies ahead. I told you, like, good stuff is waiting for you. But also, luck is on your side. No matter what you choose, you can sleep at peace. You are fine. You are protected. You are so fine. You are one fine body that, is just going to have a great life, and that already has a great life. And honestly, I'm so happy for you. I just, like, like, I just feel your energy, and like, I kind of feel like, woohoo, yeah, hell yeah, I love it. Luck is on your side. You will be fine, whether you stay with this person with like a massive chemistry and stuff, or not, depending on what they tell you, really, and whether that's acceptable for you or not. Like, you need to know what you actually want, like that is just so important. Like, it's incredibly important for you to understand, like, what is it that you actually want. And once you know that, and I know that there was a card that kind of was here about talking about knowing what you want, but ultimately, like, take the time to think about, like, what you want. Once you know what you want, off to the conversation with knowledge and deep sureness, and, like, just like deep certainty that luck is on your side. Good on you. Good luck. Please, like, if you ever stumble upon this video and you had the conversation, let me know how it goes and, like, what happens. And if you would like to, I can come back and, look into the situation some more. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely day. Bye.